I'm Hannah Dawson, and I'm a student at the University of Pittsburgh. If I could choose anything to do to have fun, it'd be hanging out with friends, hanging out with new people, doing interesting things, getting to know them. I just like talking to people a lot. Well, I can sing. I know I can sing. I know I'm a really good singer, but I don't get nervous singing on stages where I can't see people's faces, but I get nervous singing for people individually just because I can see their reaction and I turn bright red. I like a lot of sports. I used to play basketball and soccer. Not really involved in anything right now for college because last semester was really hard, so I'm just getting back on my feet now, trying to get used to it. I don't think it's a problem. I think it just comes off like too much sometimes. I don't like mind sharing everything. I just think it's a lot. Not like a lot of information, just a lot to handle. So I'll probably rein it in a little bit. People tend to get like a little scared when I tell them that. Not that, but what I have to say. So I grew up with two moms. I'm taking this class right now, Sex, Law, and Marriage, and it's talking about like should lesbians adopt, and one of my moms adopted me and the other was insemination. I never was embarrassed by it. My sister was embarrassed by it sometimes. Like a lot of the time actually, I never was. I had like more progressive friends. But the thing I guess that bugs me the most about it is I never had a dad. I guess that seems kind of obvious. Like I don't know, like whenever I talk to my therapist about it, I've never had like the loving nurturing of a dad, and it's not a disadvantage, it's just a missed thing, but like people miss things by not having two moms. Like I'm sure stuff has happened to me that hasn't happened to people with heterosexual parents. And I also grew up like a lot more outspoken than a lot of my friends and a lot less girly. And my friend Lauren's, she's so girly. I'm just so different from all of them. And I like them, they've been my friends since preschool, but they just don't have the same values as me. People always say like that I'm more mature than my friends. I don't think it's more mature. I think it's just I have a different way of viewing life. So I guess that's what I want to share. Yeah. I love music. Stuff I can sing, like emo, screamo. I couldn't do that because I can't, that's not singing to me. For a year I went to Capo, which is the performing arts high school here, and my favorite class was opera workshop because we just got to sing so in like our big voices, and it was awesome. It just depends how I feel like singing that day. If I feel like singing like a pop star, I'll do Lady Gaga. I like her singing, I like her songs, they're cool to sing too. It depends how my voice is feeling that day. If it's gonna be big or it's gonna be like groggy or something, that's what I'll sing. I go with the flow of my voice. I really like Taylor Swift. I love musicals. My mom's used to take me around to like high school musicals. That kind of singing. Rock's pretty fun too. I like belting it out there. Like Don't Stop Believin' is one of my fun songs to sing. And I really like singing jazz. I recently started listening to Billie Holiday, who is amazing. Nina Simone, I'm starting to get into Nina Simone. Her voice is amazing. The way she sings sometimes is hard to follow for me, I think. I play the guitar, but I don't really play that well. I learned the chords on YouTube so I could accompany myself because the majority of pop songs has the same 4 or 5 chords, so I just learned those. And I also play the piano, and I can read music, but I play chords on the piano as well, but I know every single chord on the piano, whereas the guitar I only know a little bit. Yeah. Not recently. I haven't been reading recently just because my mind's been too busy and I just like to zone out. I watch a lot of TV recently, like Netflix, since I live on Netflix. I just feel like I don't have time to read because it takes a lot of energy. It does. I'm obsessed with Harry Potter. I read those books like every day. And my favorite book has definitely got to be The Brief and Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde by Junot Diaz. It's the best book I've ever read. I love movies. I love movies. Whenever I go to the exchange, they always have dollar VHSs, and I can't go in there without buying one. The last one I bought was Ocean's 11 because it was $1. Again, I just buy all of them. I'm in this film class right now, and the teacher was going around asking what our least favorite film was, and I couldn't really think of one. But then I thought if he had said our favorite film, It definitely would be The Big Lebowski. Every time I watch it, it's ridiculous, and it never ceases to be ridiculous. I love that movie so much. I think I've only seen one Tom Cruise movie. I think I've only seen Night and Day, Day and Night. I don't know whichever one it's called. So I guess that's my favorite. I can't think of anything I've seen with Tom Cruise. It was a good movie. It was funny. I'm good at impersonations when I'm by myself. I probably couldn't do it in front of anyone else. Well, I probably also think I'm a lot better than I am. You can hear it, but you have to give me something to say. Yeah, I can't think of anything to say. I could just answer the next question in a British accent. Johnny Depp is my background on my laptop right now. I think he's, like, incredibly sexy. He moves in that kind of way that I really enjoy, and I thought he was really awesome in Pirates of the Caribbean. I really enjoyed the way he moves. It's my British accent. It was a little off. I was a little nervous. He was in Sweeney Todd, and I loved him in Sweeney Todd. That's one I sing a lot. That and Les Mis. I've been on my Les Mis kick, because it just came out. I love Les Mis. I really like stars. I think that has to be my first one. It's when it's a really clear night and warm outside. It has to be warm outside. Snow and like mountainous snow. My grandparents used to live in Washington, and we would always see Mount Baker from their house. I guess I feel like it'd be a classic, but sunset. Sunset is beautiful, always. I like when people say my name. That's the best. When they're like talking to me and they say my name. The right music, like to put me in the right mood. Or if I was already in a mood, the right music to keep me in that mood. I go to bed listening every night to Harry Potter on tape because it puts me to sleep and it's really soothing. And Jim Dale has like this really smooth, sexy British voice that just is very soothing, and he's really cool, so. I was waiting for this question. When anyone is baking like cookies or cake in my house, it's the best smell. When I walk into my house and like something sweet, it's like, yes. Definitely includes brownies. My favorite thing is carrot cake, so whenever I bake carrot cake, I love the smell. It's so good. Man, not boy, like Axe is gross. Old Spice. I really like Old Spice. I really like the way my aunt smells. I think it's like a lavender like perfume or something, and she always like has this, it's like lavender, and then she like kind of smells like incense, so it's like a mixture of her and incense, I guess, would be 3. Number 1, chocolate. Absolutely. No question. Burgers. I love burgers with ketchup. Really good. And I love like the feeling of being full after a burger. Like a big meaty burger. Peanut butter. Definitely peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I love swimming. I love the feeling of being in a pool. You're so free. The thing I remember that I really like on my hands, I don't know what it's called, but they like at toy stores they have like nails that you can like put your hand into, and it just feels cool when you like make the imprint with your hand, and like it's just nails. Not like sharp nails obviously, but just like metal, I guess. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Soft blankets. I really like soft blankets. I like thinking about boys. Men, actually. Not like men that I don't know. Recently, I met this one guy, and like this week, I've just been thinking about like, oh my gosh, is he gonna talk to me? Is he gonna talk to me? And I've calmed down a little bit, so that's good. But that's what's on my mind most of the time. In school, it's what am I gonna do today? Like I don't really have a lot to do at schools, and I like don't like sitting in my room a lot. So I try to find things to do. I like making schedules for myself for the day. I don't know if like this is a good answer, but I like not thinking. So like when I go to the gym, I don't bring my phone, just zone out to music. I'll listen to anything because I don't really hear it. I just like not thinking. It's a relief from like having like all these like questioning, like, oh my god, is he gonna talk to me? Oh my god, what does this mean? What does this mean? So I can just chill. It's nice. Yes, my favorite food is cereal. I can't narrow it down to one cereal, but it's between Captain Crunch, Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops. Oh, and recently Cookie Crisp. Not now. It used to be Mother Jones, just because she was on my favorite t-shirt, well, my mom's t-shirt. It was really comfortable, and I used to sleep in it every night, and I'm like, Yuma, who's Mother Jones? And she would tell me, and I'd be like, oh, it's so cool, but not anymore, really. Martin Luther King would be pretty cool. As generic as that sounds, he's pretty badass. Anyone who was, like, rebellious, I guess, but I can't really think of anyone. I don't really know history that well, but I like rebels. I love the French Revolution. That's history. It's really cool. It's badass. I mean, they were kind of idiots. They just chopped off everyone's head, and they, like, stormed the jail, and, like, they were just so fierce about it. Activism in big groups, and, like, the fact that they got something done. I would fall in love. I mean, I got out of my first love. I guess I broke up with him in September, so that made my first semester really hard. But I loved it. I loved being in love, and nothing standing in my way. Like, no stupid games. I hate bullshit. Like, I'm very for it, but I feel like I can't be, because people just want to play their games and then they get freaked out. But if none of that was standing in my way, I would like to fall in love again, over and over again. Right now I have less because I took them out, but I think there were 13 in total that I went here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right now. But then I had 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I had 15 altogether, but I took a lot of them out because they just didn't look good. And then I have 2 tattoos. One right here that says I'm the captain of my soul, which I got this summer because I really liked the line from Invictus. It was the summer leaving home. Yeah, no one can control me anymore. Like, I'm the captain of my soul. But right now I'm just like, oh, that was stupid. So I guess it'll be like my stupid teenager tattoo. And the one right here says Ahava, which means love in Hebrew. And I love this one. The reason I got this, I thought about this really hard. It's something that you always believe in, that's literally always going to be true. And, like, love is always going to be true. I'm always going to be Jewish, and I love the Hebrew because that's always my, like, religion. That's my culture, I guess. How I figured out my Judaism, everyone's Judaism is different. I guess there's, like, different sects, S-E-C-T-S. How I figured out mine, I went to Israel for 2 months, and we just learned all about the history of Israel, history of Judaism, which is, like, essentially the same thing, I guess. I see it as the same thing. For me, it's more of just a culture. Like, someone's Italian, I'm Jewish. I like that I have a God, but it's not about the religious aspect. It's about, like, the cultural aspects. That's the kind of Jewish I am. And that was my ex-boyfriend, actually. He was an Orthodox Jew, and that was a little much. That's why we broke up, because he, like, had to marry a, like, Orthodox woman Jew, and clearly that's not me. They follow, like, the Torah, the laws, the Ten Commandments. Like, that's their social life. Like, that's their way of life, is, like, the religion, and my religion isn't my way of life. I think any extreme religion is just kind of creepy, honestly. I would just want to know, like, why they're here. Why you're the type of person to come to this kind of thing. I wouldn't be a couple years ago, even last year. I've started becoming comfortable with myself, and it's an awesome feeling. I would want to read people's minds, because so much of what I think about is, oh my god, what are they thinking? I think it's better to know, and even if it's, like, not what I wanted to hear, I would just know, and that way I wouldn't have to think about it all the time. It's gonna explode from heat. Like, it's just gonna overheat and, like, pop. Being happy is a lot of fun. The opposite. I wouldn't miss being miserable. I wouldn't miss people that I don't like. I wouldn't miss stupid classes. Just stuff that wastes my time. I don't know. I don't really care what my last words are. I think last words are hyped up a little too much. I just like actions. I would rather care about the way that I live. I don't care about my last words.